Hi everyone, say hello, let us know you're watching and where you're watching from. Today, we're talking about Sun Coleus, and there are some really amazing colors and variegation and variety. We have a lot of different variety with the Sun Coleus. Now, so these are more of the upright, larger Coleus. It's a little bit bigger than the bedding plant Coleus, which Amy has here. So when you're buying Coleus in, say, like a 4-pack, these are a smaller, more compact. They don't get as big. And what we're going to focus on is the big Sun Coleus.
Yeah, and that makes a big difference as to where you're going to plant them. If you're doing a border and you want to put some Coleus in there for texture, you're not going to want to put a real tall Coleus in the front and then put your shorter stuff in the back. So you have to know which Coleuses get to be what heights, so that when you plant them and you're not looking at the instant right now look of it. Maybe you are a little bit, but really a week, 2 weeks, a month, 2 months down the line, how is that Coleus going to look? Is it going to be overgrown? Is it going to block your view from all the rest of the flowers? Is it going to outgrow the other flowers?
Yeah, looking at the tag, especially in the Coleus, I always suggest to our customers to take a look at the tag, because there is such different variety with just all the Sun Coleus that if you're planting, you really want to have a plan. Even if you're going to mix all just Sun Coleus together, take a look at those tags and see what they say, because
this would be one. I actually use this in hanging baskets sometimes.
It looks nice
because it doesn't get real tall. It spreads out. It's called Burgundy Wedding Train, and I think the height only gets to be about 12 inches, but it really
that's a shorter
tends to,
of them.
Spread out of it, but it's a much shorter Coleus that Wedding Train, it kind of gives you that thought of how it stretches out. And
this one is up to 3 feet tall.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's a big difference between this is our shorter of the bunch to this really can tall. Go from 1.5 feet to 3 feet tall. So if you're mixing something, this has to go either in the back or in the middle and plant around it. Don't put this on the outside and then put some geraniums in between, because they're not gonna be bigger than this. This is gonna outgrow it and you're not even gonna see it. So you really do have to do a little pre-planning with what you're getting, and the tags will give you all that information on there. So you really, especially with Sun Coleus, I always tell our customers, you got to look at that tag.
Yeah. So there's tons of colors, and most of them don't have any real type of flower to them. Once in a while you'll find one that gets kind of
once in a while you'll see,
but it's not really like a
flower.
blooming. You wouldn't think of it as a flowering plant.
Some will almost look like a salvia type flower. Yeah,
but it's not.
Some do though.
It's not real common. Really, you're buying Coleus for the texture, the color, the height,
and they're really unique.
Just the foliage of it.
So this one's plain, but it gets really big. So
and look at those. Look at how ruffled those leaves are.
Yeah, it grabs your attention even though it's plain. I mean, that lime color is almost like a yellow greenish. It really draws in the attention.
Right. Where this one here is called Cajun Spice. It's a flamethrower, and this one grows only 12 to 18 inches. So that's going to be a shorter one again. And look at that. Isn't that fun?
More of a teardrop shape, almost in that same color pattern, but more, the leaf is different. Bring that up again. Just look how different the leaves are. Even though the colors are pretty close, the leaves are totally different. So
I love the name of this one.
This one is
Trusty Rusty.
Trusty Rusty. I would like to come up with names for the flowers.
Maybe that should be your new nickname.
Trusty Rusty.
Trusty Rusty.
I don't think so. It might be Baldy. Okay, Dragon Heart. This one's really unique, and this gets pretty big.
I love that one.
Yeah, this is, I don't want to say it's my favorite, but probably 14 to 24 inches. So this is just a baby. This does get pretty big, but look at all the variegation in that.
I love the hot pink in it.
Yeah, it's very, very stunning. Mm-hmm. So it just grabs your attention.
This one is spiced curry. And you can see, again, look at Can you bring this one up with it?
Sure.
Look at the difference. You see how everybody just has their own kind of unique edging or style or colors.
What else we got?
I have lime wire. And this one gets pretty tall. This one gets into that, I take that back. 14 to 28 inches. So 2 feet. But isn't that fun?
This one is called just Rose. This is actually the shortest one so far. So this is 8 to 10 inches. So that's actually a shorter Coleus, and there's still some variation on there.
And this one is Ruby Punch. I keep looking at them and I think, boy, didn't I show that one already? But I didn't.
Yeah.
See, look at.
It's totally different, even though that it has a smaller leaf that's similar to that.
Yeah, this one's way more compact. You can see it's all kind of full in there. But yeah, that's just a few of them. Do you have any more on that side right now?
I think I showed all of them. I think.
So they are a Sun Coleus, so they can take full sun to
Partial,
part shade.
Yeah, part shade. So it's not a shade Coleus.
It says sun to shade, but they do better in the sun to partial shade.
I honestly, I don't think that they're that fussy, and they're getting full direct sun in our greenhouses, and they do phenomenal. So they're sitting in the full sun, hot sun. So these have done great.
They do get fussy with cold weather.
Yeah, and overwatering.
Yes.
I tend to overwater on these. Mainly because they're on the benches, and so the hanging baskets will be up above, kind of like this, and a lot of times they'll get wet and then stay wet. So I have a hard time with overwatering them. So it's you gotta be careful. You gotta play that a little more carefully.
They don't want to be bone dry either, though.
They don't want to be bone dry, but not sopping wet. So I've killed a few. So I know that from experience, and I know it because I've done it the wrong way. So don't overwater them.
And the cold weather.
Yeah.
They don't like, and they're the first ones to go when it's time for freezing.
Yeah, you get a night that's,
they show it.
You get a night that's cold and it'll be drooping. It might bounce back in the sun, but yeah, they'll give up the ghost pretty quick. Once you're into that fall, it's getting pretty cold, for us up here in the north woods. But yeah, otherwise they perform phenomenally. They don't have to go in the direct sun. We have these on the north side of our house, so with a covered entryway, and they're just getting like a
bright light.
Yeah, but indirect, and they do just fabulous. So we'll mix these with begonias.
Oh, I love
dragon wing begonias. Yeah. Or just by itself. You've done up some containers that were just Coleus.
And they're gorgeous.
There's so much different stuff going on.
There's such a nice plant. You think of accent plants as like lobelia and fanflower and bacopa, all the ones that kind of come out and they kind of just a little bit. I would actually do these as an accent plant themselves. You have another plant and, say a geranium or a begonia or something. And, just to add that foliage in there for that color and that texture, it makes the pot pop.
Yeah. Yep. For sure. Yeah. They make a statement. They make a very bold statement, even though they're just foliage.
Yeah, but they're such pretty foliage.
They are. They're gorgeous.
Yeah.
So I hope you enjoy that. That's Sun Coleus. Have you planted up Sun Coleus? Have you used it before, or would you? Is this something that you would use, or would you do like flowers? Not everybody likes this, but to me, I think they're stunning.
Okay, which one's your favorite?
I go back to this, the dragon heart.
That's because you like bold colors.
I do. I like curb appeal. This you would see.
This is mine.
Why is that?
This is the lime wire.
Is it the texture? Is it?
I like the shape of the leaves. If you look at them, they look almost like little weird hands. And then that lime green around the outside, I just love that. I think that's,
each their own.
I know.
That's why we have a variety.
Like these
in the
are so pretty. Look at all that variegation in there. But they're that same shape that you have in a lot of different plants, Where
Most
these,
don't have that, yeah.
yeah, they just don't have those. Look at that. Isn't that fun?
That is fun.
So that would be my favorite. What's your favorite?
Yeah, let us know. All right, well, thanks for joining us.
Have a great day.
Bye-bye.